He even said he has to go to Bronny. Like Bronny doesn't come to him when it comes to like NBA advice or questions. As like the way we see it, yeah, LeBron being our dad, that would be the greatest thing ever. But for Bronny, it's
Yeah.
just like he's dad. He's great at the sport that I play too, but he's still my dad first. So I don't
I'm
think he
sure he
wants to
soaks
play
it
with his
up.
dad.
I don't know. Like from what I see, like on like Snapchat and stuff and Instagram, it seems like they're pretty close. I don't know, man.
Yeah, they're close. But if
Just because they close to me,
yeah,
you want to play with
if
him.
your dad did a podcast, would you want to do it with him?
If he was cool, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I would play with my dad if he was cold. I would.
Yeah, see, I'm telling you, bro. Like,
Throwing
why
alley-oops. Hey,
Ken Griffey Jr. did it with his dad.
exactly. It ain't hit
like
home runs back to back.
I'm telling you, bro. Like,
It won't happen though. But if Bronny is one of those guys that comes out and he's a top 3 prospect in the draft, and the Cleveland Cavaliers still suck, which it seems like they will because they're terrible,
Facts.
and Bronny gets drafted by Cleveland, LeBron James
keep picking up.
will go back to Cleveland for a 3rd time and play with his son, win a championship, and then retire.
Excuse me.
Who's the GM? Is it still what's his name?
No, he's with New Orleans Pelicans. David Griffin.
Oh. Who's the GM for the Cavs now? Because they drafted is horrible.
Yeah,
It is. They trash.
What's up, Podsters? Welcome back to Pod Ties. This is episode 24.
Oh,
OB.
First, I want to give a huge shout out to our returning viewers and listeners. Thank you for keeping them ties strong. And if this is your first time, thank you for joining the ties. Now, let's introduce ourselves. I am 1/4 of Pod Ties, Dylan, and these are my brother / co-host, Jeff. Drip Jeff in the building.
Jeff, man,
go.
we're up to something.
Hey,
Albert.
new kicks coming live.
They're flying off the shelves. Number 1 right now on everyone's Christmas list.
Alright,
Knocked the
sold $1
shells
billion.
into the trash
$1
can.
billion worth of pre-orders.
I actually went to my local mall and sat on Santa's lap, and I was like, "Can I get the new Jeff Man ones?"
Hey, what'd he say? What'd he say?
He said,
Those are hard to get, man. Hard to come
Said,
by.
boy, get off my lap, first of all.
oh, good.
Hey, y'all sleeping on them Jeff mans. Y'all better get online. It's a hot commodity.
Anyway, Albert, the original, and last but not least, the one, the only, Kyron.
Yes, sir.
Are you in the holiday spirit right now? You decked out in your winter wonderland attire, white on white.
I have to bring the drip.
I see. It must have been God's plan.
You know it.
Oh,
All right, fellas, let's pod. I think first we should talk about NBA. NBA really took over the news the last couple of days since we've seen each other and talked. And Jeff, what did you say about this signing that I'm about to pull up?
Man, oh man.
well, Podsters and my fellow co-host, this right here, right before you, is the biggest signing of 2020.
What?
Yes,
Man,
I said it. The biggest signing. This man, LiAngelo Ball, has finally made it to the NBA. Everyone has put him down. Thought he wasn't going to make it. Thought he wasn't good enough.
Yeah, me too. Include me.
Lord behold, he did it.
Hold on a minute,
He's
player.
in the NBA.
Hold on, player.
So what do you say, Albert?
Oh, you just earned yourself a match But the Undertaker.
Yeah, the Undertaker. That's it.
What?
The reason why I say that is this is a non-guaranteed
Yes, sir. It is.
deal. So let's hold the horses. This is just an invite to camp, to training camp. Now, will he ball out since that's his last name? Maybe. So he may get a fully guaranteed contract. But for now, this is just him earning one of those last spots on an NBA team.
So you can look at it that way because you're negative. That's your problem, Dylan. You negative.
Look, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. If he impresses in training camp, he's gonna get a two-way deal.
Yes.
That's what's gonna happen.
Yes, he will be flying back and forth from OKC because he already plays for the affiliate team, OKC Blue, and then he'll fly to Detroit when Blake Griffin gets hurt again and he's out for the year. So then he'll come. They'll call him up and he'll play. But for now, he's really not in the NBA. He's like 1 foot in and 1 foot out. He still has 1 foot in the G League.
Right.
I just think the Pistons don't want to have that what-if moment. He played one game with OKC Blue before the season shut down for him. So it's like –
Did he ball out in that game? I tried to find the stats.
I don't even know.
No, he didn't. He didn't. They didn't put him in a game.
You think this boy Calvin Cambridge?
Nah, bro. Bro, there's no reason.
You did say Jeff looked like Morris Chestnut. Yeah, bro, I agree with you on that.
He's going to make it. Bro, he's a better shooter than Lonzo and a better shooter than LaMelo.
He has a better shooting for him, yes.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't seen him shoot NBA threes yet.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the point is, LeVar Ball has all three of his boys in the NBA. I'm rooting for Jello. I looked at the Pistons roster, and there's no reason he should not make that team. No reason.
They're trash. You're totally correct on that one.
They have a thin roster, so
they even offered J. Cole a spot. For real.
Hey, J. Cole can ball.
Facts.
You spoke on LeVar Ball for a little while there. Is he the GOAT as far as being a sports father? The fact that he was able to get 2 of his sons drafted top 3, and then Jello, he at least has a really good opportunity to be an NBA player.
I wouldn't say he's the GOAT because he's the only one. He's the only one that done it.
I showed you a picture of the Holiday brothers. All of them are playing in the NBA.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And you can think about like the father-son duos that's played in like different, sports, like the Ken Griffey's and Clay Matthews and that family history, the Mannings, stuff like that. But I think LeVar Ball definitely helped his sons get into the NBA because before we knew about the kids, but we definitely didn't know about LeVar Ball. He was just like Skip Bayless in high school, just garbage. Nobody knew about him. So
he has a point. Like Lonzo was a guy that scouts were looking at when he came out of Chino Hills.
Five-star recruit.
But when he went to UCLA and LeVar was being interviewed and he made those comments that my son will be better than Steph Curry and all additional comments that I can't remember right now, but that put a target on Lonzo's back, good and bad. So I think he has a lot to do with his sons being in the NBA.
Yep, they need to put that man back on TV. ESPN, First Take, all of it.
Yeah.
He ain't going back to First Take.
No, he's not.
He's not going back to First Take or the show with Colin Cowherd.
Some more NBA news. The LA Lakers. Are they?
Not 1, not 2, not 3.
Are they running it back? It seems like it because they have their 2 superstars signing max extension. LeBron James did, and then AD re-signed with them with his max deal, long-term max deal. AD signed a 5-year, $190 million max contract, and LeBron the night before signed a 2-year extension to his current deal worth $85 million. So
now he's there for the
that's a lot
next
of
4 years, right?
Peanut butter filled pretzels.
Next 3 years. How long was his original deal?
They say he get paid like $5,000 a minute.
His original deal was 4 years, so he played
6
2
seasons with the
years.
Lakers.
He played 2 years, so I guess he has 2 more remaining, or maybe at a player option. I don't know, but his contract expires with this extension. It expires after the 2022-23 season. So after in the summer of 23, that's when he's a free agent again. So with that, we have at least 3 full seasons with these guys. This pair right here. Do you see them winning?
LeBron gonna make it 3 seasons though.
Whoa.
Man, he spends millions, gazillions.
What would make you think that he wouldn't survive 3 more seasons? He'll be 38.
Father time, bro. Father time, bro.
This dude have not missed a step yet.
Exactly. What do you mean?
Hey, but Father time, when they come a knocking, man, it's so unexpected.
LeBron's father time would be better than people's prime. Like, what?
Hey, you're right. You're right.
When you
He
spend
going
millions,
hard in year 7.
This ain't just not Michael Jordan on the Wizards father time. This is like, he actually has like a lot left in him. He could play to like 43, 44.
I wouldn't go that far.
Go that far.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Soda. Oh, my soda, Dylan.
What happened?
I said, Jinx, you owe me a soda.
I said that way before you did.
You didn't say that.
You had a
We
false
said that at
start.
the exact same time.
I wouldn't go that far.
Go that far.
False start. Offense.
We had the exact same time, man. Come on, man.
So can you see these guys winning 3 championships since we at least have 3 more years with these 2 playing together, or 2, 1, or none?
I got them 2.
I got them
Yeah, I'll
one
say
for sure.
2.
One more for sure.
I don't think it's going to be back to back.
No, it's not going to be back to back. No.
You don't see them winning this year?
Nah. If they do win this year, they don't win. They don't do a 3-peat for sure. But I don't think it's going to be consecutively 2 years. I think it's going to be like, two more rings. I think it's going to be 2 more rings, but not consecutively.
If they don't win
They
this
have a
year,
good
I
chance to
don't
repeat.
see them winning the year afterwards. I think they have to win it now, and then maybe you can get that 3-peat. I did say the Brooklyn Nets would probably beat the Lakers in 7 games, but I'm taking it back because I can't see KD and Kyrie figuring it out in the first year together.
No.
Nah, I can't see that either.
I think they're one piece away.
Yeah, they got 2 starting 5s, man. I don't see anybody beating.
Lakers versus Nets in the finals.
Like you said, Dylan, the Nets, they're like one piece away. They need that like glue piece, one that's gonna kind of stick everything together between Kyrie and KD. Because KD's gonna do KD things and Kyrie's gonna do Kyrie things, but can you mesh it all together?
Yeah.
Draymond to the Nets.
Oh my God.
That's gonna be bad.
They got what's his name? They got Karis LeVert on the come up.
Yeah, Karis LeVert knows his time is coming to where
Hey, maybe
he's gonna be in the Nets practice facility, and they're gonna say, "Man, don't look at your phone, bro." He's gonna say, "What? They trading you to the Wizards for Bradley Beal."
Oh,
I could see.
That'd be
I can
cold.
see that happening.
That'd be cold.
It's like when Harrison Barnes was in the middle of the game and he got traded.
That man was playing a game, and Rick Carlisle said, "Hey, come sit on the bench." "I'm not tired, coach." "I know, but you're not a Maverick either."
Bro,
You're a Sacramento King.
We don't have volunteers on the floor.
I haven't heard from that man since.
Bro, if you knew that you were traded during a game, would you stay on the bench and cheer on your former teammates? Or are you walking towards the tunnel and like leaving the arena?
I'm out of there.
I tell them put me back in the game. Like, let me play this last game. Start scoring points for the other team. Y'all ain't about to trade me during the game. Start blocking my own shots.
We mentioned that LeBron's contract ends summer of 2023. He's a free agent. Can you see him signing with the team that drafts his son, Bronny Jr.?
1,000%.
We don't need to. He ain't gonna need to sign with them because it's gonna be the Lakers. Boom! Hot take.
What?
You
Man,
really
look,
think the Lakers are going to be in a position to draft Bronny, bro?
You don't think LeBron is gonna be like, if y'all want me to stay here to the end of my career, y'all need to get my son, and they not gonna do it?
How
Bro,
will they do it?
They
You
can
he's
think?
start
going to be a
making
lottery
trades
pick
now.
for sure. He's going to be a lottery pick for sure, bro.
They can start making trades now for their lottery picks.
That's true.
man, that's not fit. Look, I'm gonna tell you, y'all are wrong, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all what's gonna happen, man. Look,
Tell
LeBron
us,
hasn't
guy.
missed a step, bro. He don't have anything to prove. He gonna win these 2 chips next 2 years, and then he's gonna do a farewell tour on the Lakers. He's gonna be done.
Bro, but he already said that he wants to play with a son.
Yeah,
That's
he
his like
said.
that's his dream.
He's gonna see his
Exactly.
son get drafted to the NBA. He's still gonna be in the NBA when it happens. He's gonna win them 2 chips, and then he's going to have his jersey retired in Cleveland.
Bro, there's
He's
no
gonna see
way
his
that
son get sent to the NBA, and then he's gonna be done.
Bro,
there's
he
no
wants to
way
play.
he chose to play with Dwayne Wade twice and not gonna play with his son once. It was good to play with
Man.
Dwayne Wade during that first time, but to have him again, that was a
When he came to the
stretch.
Cavs.
Yeah,
This man about to have
Yeah,
him
that
a,
was
a, a farewell tour like Wade.
Hey, but I'm pretty sure if he doesn't sign with whoever drafts Bronny, I'm pretty sure he'll settle for like, being on the opposite team and dunking on the son.
or
Nah, that won't happen.
at least playing in the All-Star game together.
LeBron never even played when he.
Bronny's not about to be in a freaking whatchamacallit.
Yeah, he had
All-Star
a better chance playing in the 3-point contest.
Oh, stranger things have happened.
He's not gonna play on the same squad,
I
man.
mean, do y'all even think Brian is going to even be good enough to get to the NBA or even be good in the NBA?
I think.
I mean, he has a couple more years, so he has a lot more time.
Did you see that photo of him and LeBron in the gym?
They look
Yeah,
And
that boy
good.
LeBron
slow,
was
man.
almost
He getting big.
his father's height.
He just hit a growth spurt.
Yeah, and he ain't done either. I'm pretty sure he's probably gonna be, if not the same height as LeBron, taller.
I think he'll be like 6'7".
Yeah,
I think he
that's
might
probably
be
good.
taller. I think he probably gonna be like a 6'9". Because sons are usually taller than their dads.
So you said that you think Bronny will be a lottery pick. So that means you think he'll be a great player for the next couple of years in high school, and maybe because there's been rumors about this, the NBA gets rid of the one and done rule and they go back to players finishing out their years in high school and immediately being eligible to enter the NBA draft. So it's a possibility that he could enter the draft that year that LeBron contract expires. Now, if his contract, if that rule isn't thrown out the window, then LeBron will have to play another year and wait for his son to be eligible. So
I
there's a
think that
possibility
rule is gonna be gone.
by the time
Yeah,
that
especially
Bronny
because
is done in high school.
Bronny's ranked number 24 now, and especially with things like the NCAA, as far as them paying athletes and getting that all figured out, it's still not everybody has agreed to it. The legal things haven't really been sorted out yet, so I see them making that shift back to one and done.
Don't forget about the G League route. They got
That
that
too.
fast track program.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
They
ain't
just have
sending no
options now.
Bronny James to G League though.
yeah.
No,
You could just train for the whole year, or go overseas, which I don't see him doing that. He'll probably just train for a year.
I think Bronny should go spend a year in college,
For
kill
what?
the game, just that exposure.
He doesn't need
Yeah,
exposure.
but
His
he
dad is
needs
LeBron
exposure for it.
James.
Yeah, but he's forever gonna be looked at as LeBron James' son. You know what I'm saying? So
Look at Michael Jordan's sons.
And going to
Marcus
college
Jordan, he
would
was
not fix that.
garbage.
they're trash. They're
Marcus
trash.
Jordan was garbage.
Nah, but I feel like if Bronny goes to school, balls it out for that year, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna help his draft stock.
Yeah, but with LeBron's stance on the NCAA not paying the athletes, I highly see that like that's not happening.
And then what they did with that Rich Paul rule
Exactly.
for 48 hours, definitely not letting his son play in the NCAA.
Mm-hmm. Got to strike while the iron's hot, man.
Man, Rich Paul's already Bronny's agent.
Of course.
This man already signed.
This man was clutch when he was born.
Heck yeah. He probably got a tattoo on him somewhere.
All right. There's been some change-ups in the NBA. With this starting off with this ridiculously trade. I don't know what Houston was thinking. Houston, we definitely have a problem. But from what I see from the news surrounding this trade, you know, the Rockets traded Russell Westbrook to the Wizards for John Wall and the 2023 first-round pick. I see them getting rid of James Harden next. I think they're just going to, you know, rebuild over the next couple of years. And by 2023, 2024, they'll have enough draft picks to be back where they once were, or at least try to, you know, lay that foundation. Because no way in hell would I ever trade Russell Westbrook for John Wall. John Wall has been injury prone for like the last 3 to 4 years. Like it just makes no sense. Like Russell Westbrook plays 110. He gives you 110% each night. He's been consistent on the court. Now it doesn't result to anything as far as like in the playoffs wise, but he at least makes sure it's like your team is competitive, you're in the playoffs. So I just think this was a bad trade overall. Maybe Russ gets a fresh start. Hopefully they probably trade him somewhere or he get to choose somewhere else to go. But I think this was just a bad deal for both teams. But obviously the Rockets got the better deal because they got a first round pick in a couple of years. So, but John Wall, no. How do y'all feel about this trade?
Bro, they're basically the same person or the same player. Have you seen that picture of Spider-Man pointing at each other? Those are the same, bro. They play the same. They both can't shoot worth the you know what. Both slashers in their prime. They're both artists. They're the same people. The Rockets won the trade because they're basically it's the first round pick. That's it. They cancel each other out. It's the first round pick.
This man John Wall, how many triple doubles has he had? I don't think he's ever had a triple double.
But he has led the league in assists before.
Yeah, but he also led the league in injuries.
Oh. They getting the same players, man. The Rockets won because they got a first round pick.
I feel like both teams won in particular reasons. Like you guys said, the Rockets won because they got that first round pick. But the Wizards won because one, they offset one contract for another because it's basically the same thing. Also, they were having to pay John Wall, and he's not playing.
They still playing the man.
Exactly. So they got him out of there.
The fact that they took on another contract. The fact that they decided to keep him the 2 years that he was injured, and then he can come back and they're like, "Oh, we don't want to pay you anymore now that you can play."
Well, they took on 2 ridiculous contracts.
Exactly.
I mean, when you
Wizards definitely lost.
When you have John Wall, you know, and you just have the hope that he's going to come back and be the John Wall that you thought or that he was. I mean, you gonna keep him on the roster. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the Rockets got that player. Guarantee he gonna come back and do his thing.
But how many players have you known to come back from multiple injuries, like at this stage in his career, and be better than what he was in his first 5 years?
No. I think he's 30 now.
It really all just depends. I mean, he can be, but he's not gonna be the same John Wall that he was, you know, back then. Because he was explosive, going 110 miles per hour. That's done. So he has to evolve his game and be more of a shooter and a facilitator.
He can't shoot.
Exactly.
He's a better compliment to James Harden.
No, James Harden gonna want him up out of there.
He's toxic. James Harden toxic.
Can y'all believe this report that James Harden preferred John Wall over Russell Westbrook, so he gave
Stop the
the
cap.
Rockets front office his blessing for the trade?
I heard that. I was like, "This,
I can't believe it.
this can't be
He
true."
probably saying that because John Wall hasn't been playing, and he's like he's probably not gonna play this year either. So
I prefer the ball hog with nobody versus
Man.
us share the ball.
To me, I think that's when
Exactly.
James Harden plays his best, when Dwight Howard left before Chris Paul came. That was his best years, and when Chris Paul was injured, and it was just James Harden being the guy on the court where he didn't have to worry about sharing the ball. Those are his best years, I thought. And also Russell Westbrook. Now I think they had like the 8 seed or the 7 seed that year. But when he was by himself and he was MVP of the league, that was his best year. I don't think these guys need to team up with anybody. That's their problem. So you see the projected starting lineup for next year. Which duo do you think will be more successful this upcoming season
Russ and Bill.
with their supporting cast? You think the Wizards?
Ooh,
Oh,
Bill,
support.
Russ. It's kind of like Bill Russell. Ooh.
All right.
No.
I think you that one. That was good. No.
I think the Wizards will shroud better. You got 3 guards, and they're still playing small ball with Houston, and I don't see that working still.
They didn't have Capella anymore.
You could put Eric Gordon on the bench and bring in Daniel House if they actually bring him back. We'll see. They may just have him stay at the house. But
So bring Eddie House in.
oh, he was
Hey.
cold. The Boston Celtics.
Yeah, he was,
That boy was not cold.
what you mean?
Eddie House?
He was decent. He wasn't cold.
He crazy.
He was cold when he was shooting.
Duh. Ain't that basketball?
Facts. Bradley Bill's in a league of his own right now, man. He gon'
Facts.
That's
They
why
should
I
have built a
put him
team
over
around
top.
Bradley Bill versus picking over Westbrook, but that's just me.
Because Bradley Bill said I'm out.
So you have 2 reunions. I mentioned one, John Wall, Boogie Cousins. And on the other side, you have Russell Westbrook and Scotty Brooks, the head coach. Scott Brooks was the head coach at OKC when they went to the finals 2012, and he was there when
Right.
Russ was MVP when he was triple-double machine. So I think Russell Westbrook is definitely going to have another great year. And as I said, he was 27, 8, and 8. So I think his points may not even drop. James Harden was leading the league in points.
Exactly.
So he may average 28, 29. And he'll
Yeah,
definitely
but-
get more assists because he has these 3-point shooters in Bertans and Hachimura.
Yeah.
Nope.
Russ, when players reunite with their former coaches, it never goes well. It never does. Not at all. There's a reason why they left.
He got fired.
Yeah, he got fired. Just like Doc Rivers got fired.
Mhm.
And I like the Bradley Bill Westbrook tandem because James Harden, we all say it, dribble, dribble, dribble. Bradley Bill can catch and shoot. He don't have to shoot off the dribble every time. He can catch and shoot the ball from the corner, the wing. So I like
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, that's how he started when he came in the league. Catch and shoot.
Now he catching bodies in the paint too.
Yeah, he going crazy.
Crazy. Oh,
Oh.
hold on. We gotta let the intro.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Look, so we have a rare top 2 matchup. You see him over there on the left or right, depending on where you're looking at the screen. I don't know. We have Gonzaga, number 1 right now, against number 2, Baylor.
Sick 'em.
Yes, sir. Happened on Saturday. So look, both won yesterday. So they're gonna be fighting for that number one spot. So it's gonna be a big game. So I'm definitely tuning in to that. But I'm gonna say that Gonzaga is more battle tested right now. Yesterday, their game went down to the wire, but they won by like 11 points. But they're more battle tested than Baylor. Baylor won last two games by, I don't know, landslide. It was like 112 to 82 and then 96 to 52. So
Yeah, they beat the fifth ranked Illinois team by 13. That was an impressive win. That game, that Gonzaga game, who they face?
they played West Virginia.
West Virginia. West Virginia is always known for their defense because of their head coach. Uh, but there was a scary moment in that game. A lot of people thought that Jalen Suggs possibly torn his his Achilles, and so that was a very scary moment. But everyone was able to have a sigh of relief, and because he did re-enter the game, I think that's why it was a little bit closer because he was out for a little bit of time. But the fact that he came back and the team finished strong, I thought that was impressive. But that Baylor team, they're not a team to overlook. Obviously, they're ranked number 2, and they have 3 great guards in T, Mitchell, and Butler.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think they faced anything like Gonzaga yet. Well, we're early in the season. This is what, game 2, 3, whatever it is.
It's 4.
I just think Baylor is Gonzaga's gonna come out and win it.
Gonzaga again.
Mm-hmm.
You were right last week when they faced the Jayhawks. You're a basketball connoisseur, so I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go Gonzaga pulls it off. Very close game.
Definitely close game.
Like 1 possession game.
Yeah, I got Gonzaga taking a dub too.
Definitely tuning into that one.
Yep, from start to finish.
Who you got, Drip?
Gonzaga. You didn't even have to ask.
Oh, my bad. Moving on.
But shout out to UT's men with the upset this past
Let's go. Buzzer beater. That was against the Tar Heels, right?
I didn't see it.
week. Yep, they beat the Tar Heels.
Let's go. Moving on to another sport, football. Pro Football Hall of Fame announced the 25 semifinalists. So here's the list. People from my era that I know, Jared Allen, Rondé Barber, you have Rodney Harrison, Torrey Holt, Calvin Johnson, John Lynch, who's the GM of the San Francisco 49ers now, Peyton Manning, Clay Matthews Sr., which is Clay Matthews Jr., which is Clay Matthews' father, the one that we know that played for the Packers all those years. Fred Taylor, Hines Ward, Reggie Wayne, Patrick Willis. Boy, was he a beast when his time at San Francisco. Charles Woodson, Darren Woodson, Cowboys great. So this is a list of just a lot of legends. So I thought we should, with this list, pick 4 to 8 players, and this is just our opinions. Who will we enshrine in the class of 2021 Pro Football Hall of Fame? And so I'll go first. I have Peyton Manning. This is his first year on the ballot. I mean, just his career stats and winning MVP, I think, like 5 times, and winning the Super Bowl with 2 different organizations, franchises. It just speaks for itself. So he's definitely going to Canton. Charles Woodson, another first ballot Hall of Famer. I have him going in because of his time with the Raiders and then winning a Super Bowl with the Green Bay Packers. He was a 4th overall pick. Also a Heisman winner out of Michigan. Hines Ward, another Super Bowl winner with the Pittsburgh Steelers and also Super Bowl MVP one of those years. So I definitely put him in. Torrey Holt, another Super Bowl winner. He was one of the wide receivers that was a part of that greatest show on turf. Him and Isaac Bruce, Kurt Warner as the QB, and Marshall Faulk as the running back. They put up historical numbers offensively. So I have him going in. Next, I have Darren Woodson, Cowboy great, won 3 Super Bowls. He's been on this ballot for too long. It's time for him to go in. Great safety. Fred Taylor, I have him going in because when you think of the Jacksonville Jaguars, you think of him leading that team in rushing. He holds pretty much every franchise record for career rushing yards. Jeff and I, we talked about this before recording. Brian Young, I have him going in too. I didn't really know much about him, but when I read his stats, he's a defensive tackle. I know he won a Super Bowl. Yeah, he won a Super Bowl with the San Francisco 49ers. He was voted into the Pro Bowl 4 times, named first team All-Pro twice, and he remains the 49ers all-time sack leader with 89.5 sacks. When you think about all the great defensive players, defensive tackles, defensive ends that have played for that franchise, the fact that he still leads the franchise in sacks is pretty impressive. And lastly, Cornelius Bennett. This man played in 5 Super Bowls. He was 0-5, never won because he played for the Buffalo Bills, where they went to 4 consecutive Super Bowls and lost all of them, and then also played in 1 Super Bowl with the Atlanta Falcons. But that's really what kept him out of being enshrined in the Hall of Fame, is all those defeats. Because other than that, his stats are impressive. So I think that he should go in. So those are my 8 finalists for the class of 2021 Pro Football Hall of Fame. All of those players will have a bust in Canton.
All right, so I got my 8 here. It's not in a particular order, so just rock with me. You feel me? Number 1, Jared Allen. Man's a beast. Number 2, Megatron. Calvin Johnson. Man's a beast. Number 3, Peyton Manning. Man's a beast. Number 4, good old Fred Taylor out of Jacksonville. That man's a beast. Number 5, Hines Ward. Pittsburgh Steelers great. I used to have his action figure at home.
Oh, really?
That man's a beast. Yes, sir.
It's bad.
Number 6, Reggie Wayne made Peyton Manning famous.
Oh, whoa. Whoa.
Reggie Wayne was cold, man.
Bro, that was like his number 1 target,
You
bro.
better stop the disrespect.
That's not even Peyton Manning's, like, his most talented wide receiver that he played with.
Definitely wasn't.
Nah.
He
Marvin
was just
Harrison.
consistent. He was consistent like Hines Ward, but he definitely wasn't the top receiver.
Marvin
Let me tell you
Harrison.
something. When I was playing Madden, I was throwing the ball to Reggie Wayne. He took me to victory.
Yeah, but who threw him the ball?
Peyton Manning.
We're going to talk about this. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
Number 7, Cowboy great, Darren Woodson. Last but not least, the greatest show on turf, Terry Holt. Drop the mic.
I know Terry Holt was in there.
He was.
Well, that must be his brother. I saw Torrey Holt, but I know Terry. Terry was in there. I'll just give you a hard time.
Jeff, no, he called Terry. Hey, Terry. Back up, Terry.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
That's crazy.
All right, I'll go real quick. Y'all discussed most of them, so I'll need to repeat the stats. Number 1, Peyton Manning, arguably top 5 quarterback of all time. He's on my top 3 list. 14-time Pro Bowler, 5-time MVP. Number 2, I got Rondé Barber. Great. He's all-time interception leader for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 5-time Pro Bowl. He's also one of 2 that holds the records for 40 interceptions and 20 sacks in a season. Or I think it was for his career. Number 3, I got Reggie Wayne. Number 4, I got Hines Ward. Number 5, I got Richard Seymour. Man, this man was underrated. Number 6, I got Charles Woodson. He's the number 2 on that 40 interception and 20 sacks. And number 7, I got Darren Woodson, 3-time Super Bowl champ. I met him before. It's pretty cool. It's about time he goes in. And number 8, I got Alan Faneca from the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's a 9-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champ, 6-time All-Pro. And this is a stat that really caught my eye. In his 13 seasons, his team was he contributed to the 11 top 10 rankings in the rush offense out of 13 years. So I think that's pretty good.
Albert, do you call Darren Daryl like Jeff calls Terry?
I said Darren.
Oh, okay. Y'all not on that. Y'all not on that friendship level like.
No.
Like Jeff and Terry. Terry.
That's my boy Terry, man.
Hey, Terry. Back up, Terry.
All right, man. I don't know. I don't have 8 because, look, I'm going to be real. I have
4?
Yeah, I have 4. Because I just started watching football not too long ago. But I do know who some of these people are.
You're doing a great job, too.
I'm not going to cap. But I'm going to pick Peyton Manning, it's the numbers, and pick Calvin Johnson. I have his numbers right here on my paper. Who else am I going to pick?
You can't say his name without calling him Megatron. Come on, man.
You already said it. No intro.
You got to say it, though.
Hines Ward. I thought I had 4.
He made Peyton Manning, remember?
Jesus Christ, this man. All right. Guys, I have a question. Is Megatron a first ballot Hall of Famer? Jeff, you think so, right?
1,000%.
Kyron, you think so?
Yeah.
Albert, he wasn't on your list, right?
No, that's the crazy thing. When Jeff said him, I looked back on my list because I had him initially on there. And then I look back and I'm like, bro, he's not even on my top 8. And that was crazy. I don't think he's top first ballot Hall of Famer. No, definitely not.
Don't think those numbers are?
If it wasn't for this class being so deep, then I would say yes, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. If it was just him and another wide receiver. But the fact that there are 4 great wide receivers, I only have Reggie Wayne in this.
Exactly.
I can't put him in yet. No wide receiver on this list can say that they played with Peyton Manning, a guy that's definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer, and then you got to play with Andrew Luck after that, immediately after that. So
yeah,
I can't put him in. But I have the 4 guys that are in this class, and I have their statistics. Now, Calvin Johnson played in the league for 9 years. Torrey Holt played for 11 seasons. Hines Ward and Reggie Wayne played for 14 seasons.
it's pretty impressive, his stats. But I think
Megatron, bro.
when they look about, like, when they determine, like, Hall of Famer, I think it should be just based on stats, but they also do what you did for your team. And the fact that those guys won a Super Bowl, they have that edge over him. There's no way he's gonna go first ballot over these 3 guys.
My only problem with that argument, or not argument, but that if that's your like criteria, is Torrey Holt played with Kurt Warner, Reggie Wayne played with Peyton Manning, and Hines Ward played with Ben Roethlisberger. And when you think about the quarterbacks that Calvin Johnson had before they even drafted Matthew Stafford, it's like no wonder the team that he played for went 0-16.
Yeah.
And then make the playoffs. I think he only played in like 2 playoff games. Didn't win any of them.
I hate how, like, if you have a Super Bowl, then it's like that's like the standard. Even it's like a team sport, and you expect everybody to like. If the championship is like supposed to be this, like the highest accolade in NFL, not everybody's going to get it. So the more people you're putting in there with, like with championships, I don't think it's really fair. I mean, this is like based off your individual stats, but how they've been voting, it's not. It's not based off your individual stats.
Yo, listen to these numbers. Like I say, you gotta know who it was, but just know the numbers. So he had like 7,000-yard season in like his last 8 years. I looked that up today. He had 122 catches in 2012. He had an NFL record 1,964 yards that same year, and then had 5,137 yards in a 3-year span. Do y'all think that's like Hall of Fame worthy?
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer, but I just don't think he's first ballot. Not with this group right here.
Yeah.
I mean, his numbers are crazy. They're basically up there with those guys, and they played
Only 9 seasons.
5 seasons more than he did. So he's
With the
definitely
trash quarterback.
with the trash quarterback. So he's definitely worthy of a spot in Canton.
My man, Megatron. Look, we talking about him all day. Let's go.
Yep. So the Seahawks, they faced Philadelphia Monday Night Football game, and DK Metcalf in post-game interview, he said that Jim Schwartz, the defensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles, came up to him and said, DK, you have a bright future. You're super talented, but I was there during those years of Megatron being in Detroit because he was the head coach during that time. You're not there yet. Now, some people are saying maybe DK said it to where it was kind of like an insult. Because some people were saying maybe it was like, you're not there yet, but you have the talent, the potential to get to that. But I think DK kind of used that as motivation to destroy Darius Slay and the rest of the Eagles team.
He did.
Well, with that said, the fact that this is even a comparison is very great compliment for a guy that only in his second year, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Oh yeah, second year. So do you guys agree with this? Is he the next Megatron?
I think he has the potential to be. Not quite yet, because Megatron has some great hands. DK, his hands just ain't there yet.
Yep.
Not completely. He's not that natural catcher of the football like Megatron was. But, I mean, looking at these stats, I didn't even know it was this close. 95 receptions to 116. Granted, he is Russ's like number one target, so that's kind of buffing.
He's not, though.
They take turns each week, him and Tyler Lockett.
Yeah.
This is based on the numbers. I think, I don't know. He has the potential to do it, but it's too early to say, man. You don't get a name like that without putting in your time and earning your stripes. So,
well, yeah. Think about it. He was drafted the second round, pick number 64. So he's already playing with the chip on his shoulder. So even his team that he's on now passed him up. So I think he definitely has the potential to be, and he took that personally because he's playing with a chip on his shoulder. So I definitely think he can surpass Megatron. I see it happen.
Yeah, he'll get there. No doubt.
Injuries.
Let's say like this early on to say it.
And Calvin Johnson. Go ahead.
It remind me of The Last Dance when MJ was just making up stuff to make him mad.
Yeah.
Like Shaq did too. Yeah, when they would play the San Antonio Spurs, he would tell his teammates, "Pass me the ball," because I'm guarding David Robinson. He's guarding me. So he would come up with this crazy lie in his head to get upset. He would say that because he's from San Antonio, well, I think he's from New Jersey, but he lived in San Antonio growing up. He made up a story that when he was younger, he asked David Robinson for an autograph, and David Robinson said, "Get out of my face, kid," something like that. So he used that as motivation, and he would drop 50, 60 points on David Robinson every night. Now, David Robinson also dropped like 50 on him too, but that's what Shaq used to win. And Albert said MJ would use that all the time. Any little thing he uses, any comment, sly remark, he used that as fuel, motivation to destroy his opponent. That's exactly what DK did. Yep.
And he's a great pass blocker too.
Yeah, he is.
He better be that big old dude.
But yeah, DK's second round pick. Calvin Johnson was a phenom at Georgia Tech already. Second overall pick in his draft. So we all knew that he was going to be something special, and he didn't disappoint during his 9 seasons. So this is impressive with DK. Now you have to think about it. These are 2 different eras. Quarterbacks throw a lot more now. If the NFL back then was still a little bit more defense. Now you can't even touch an offensive player or it's a penalty. So these wide receivers, they get a lot more touches and targets. And also, Calvin Johnson didn't have the best quarterbacks. His quarterbacks at the beginning of his career were John Kitna, Dan Orlovsky, ESPN analyst now, and Dante Culpepper. And we're not talking about the Minnesota Vikings Culpepper. So before they had Matthew Stafford, he had those guys throwing him the ball. And Metcalf has only had Russell Wilson, a future Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer.
All right. Just a few days ago, we had the Ravens and the Steelers AFC matchup. That's usually great every year, but this is a year that it's just not, it hasn't lived up to the hype because Lamar Jackson hasn't been playing like he should be, like the MVP that we know him. So,
Madden curse.
What's up?
Madden curse.
Yeah. So, yeah, you had RG3 starting. And what a game it was, and not in a good way. The game was just horrible. I'm pretty sure, a regular Showtime show had better ratings than this because, people were turning off the game left and right.
A rerun of Martin had more.
Because it was on a Wednesday in the afternoon. It wasn't Wednesday night football. It was Wednesday afternoon football.
Hey. They had to light the Rockefeller tree. That was the NBC primetime slot. That's why they couldn't. You all right?
That was so disrespectful. But yeah, we can look at the stats, and it was a close game for the Steelers to be undefeated to come in and win closely like this. RG3 played like RG3 was, expected to play 7 for 12, 33 yards, interception with 68 rushing yards. This man had more rushing yards than he had passing yards. So, obviously nothing's changed for him. TJ Watt with 2 sacks, but that 36 for 51, that's what, kind of frightens me for Ben Roethlisberger,
Wasn't totally his fault.
Not real. Yeah, it's not totally his fault. But if you look at the overall game with the Steelers, their rushing yards, they only had 68 total. So, that wasn't really good. He had 266 passing yards in the game. Prior, he had 267 with 2 touchdowns and an interception. But he also went 32 for 46. So, it's not that bad, but I think overall the Steelers just played like crap. They played like, what Kyra say? Donkey doo-doo?
No, that's just, I say butt cheeks.
Oh, butt cheeks. So yeah, I think they definitely didn't live up to. It's a common thing with the Steelers. You've seen them over like the last 5-6 years. They play down to their competition. They never. If a team is worse than them, they usually lose to them versus, the latter if the team is better. So I think they got to snap out of this, and a lot is more expected if you want to beat the Chiefs, because the Chiefs, even though they are undefeated, they're the team to look out for as far as in the AFC. So
you said the Steelers would beat Kansas City.
Huh?
You said you can see Pittsburgh beating Kansas City.
Yeah, I said that on Tuesday episode. Now I changed my mind because of how they played yesterday. It was horrible.
Albert, ain't no way in the hell
Horrible.
the Steelers are gonna beat the Chiefs, man.
I said that.
Yeah, but yeah, the fact that you said it before and now you changed your mind, that's unacceptable. There's no way in hell they beat them. No way.
I thought the undefeated streak meant something, but
They do. They won the game. See, you got to understand, Pittsburgh. It's Pittsburgh, man. It's a blue collar state, man. They scrappy. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't gonna be pretty like Kansas City. Kansas City, they pretty with it. They gonna blow teams out.
State.
Yeah.
You forgot Philadelphia's in that same state. And they garbage.
He meant just the city of Pittsburgh. He didn't mean to add the whole state.
Yeah. I'm just talking about Pittsburgh. Blue collar state. They rugged, man. Like they rugged. So it ain't always gonna be pretty, but they gonna get the job done. So that's why they're undefeated.
We're back and said state again.
Oh yeah.
Wait, I said Pittsburgh.
And he said blue collar state after that.
All right, they in blue collar city. Goddamn it.
Yeah, man, that's Scranton. Blue collar.
Oh man.
Yeah, this Pittsburgh team, they have something to worry about. A few things to worry about. They're gonna have to watch that film and figure out why they're playing some close games. I think it's just the mental drain that comes with being undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
But they had a lot of, and then also
when they win.
Yeah, and then the games being postponed. But there's a lot of stress that comes with that too, because you want to be a perfect team. Patriots, I think that's why they broke in the Super Bowl. Is just too much pressure.
Makes sense.
They also had a kind of a weak schedule this year, honestly.
Word around town.
Yeah, man. Don't take away that undefeated record, man.
You look at the record. Ohio State, they went almost undefeated, and look how they played once they got in the playoffs. Just because you're undefeated don't really mean anything if your schedule isn't that strong. You're sending yourself up for failure, honestly.
They don't make the schedule.
Nah, I know that, but I'm saying like if you don't play hard each week, because they didn't play hard against the Ravens.
You know what an undefeated record tells me? It tells me that the stock for Mike Tomlin goes up.
That you need to play with them on Madden.
Nah.
Talking about the 15 incompletions, wasn't totally Ben Roethlisberger's fault. The fact that Eric Ebron dropped the ball, like Jeff said in a previous episode, the man has butterfingers. We've seen it with some of his former teams. Deontay Johnson also dropped the ball. And it was like, man, y'all can't keep dropping balls. And they even asked Mike Tomlin post-game, like, what was the reasoning behind you guys dropping balls? Was it a couple times that the game's been postponed and not being able to practice normally? And he was like, no, we just sucked. So, he's going to tell
Claypool have any drops?
I'm not quite sure about that. I think he played. None of them got over I think Eric Ebron had a team high in receiving yards, 54 or 55. So none of them look spectacular when it comes to stats. You also have to remember the Ravens defense, they're not barbecue chicken either, but in the weather, I think it was super cold out there too. So the element also plays a factor. But when you're an undefeated team.
Why they were dropping the balls.
Yeah, but when you're an undefeated team, you're not supposed to look that sluggish. But this is a weird week because they were supposed to play Thanksgiving night. So, but Mike Tomlin, he doesn't care about any of that. He wants to see his team perform no matter what. Everyone's going through the same situation. So you have a concern there. And then on the defensive side, Bud Dupree, he's out for the year. He tore his ACL in that game. And him and TJ Watt, they were the best sack tandem in the NFL. Yeah, we mentioned TJ Watt had 2 sacks. I think he has 11 now. And he leads the league in sacks. And then Bud Dupree had 8. So he had 2 guys that entering the game, they were combined 17 sacks, and now they're combined 19. But Bud Dupree's not on that side, so that means that more attention will be on T.J. Watt, more double teams that offensive line. So they have some concerns, but I still like them. They're a gritty team. So when you have that toughness and grit, usually that helps you in a January game in Pittsburgh when it's cold during the postseason. And Jeff, I also want to apologize because I think you said that RG3 has an arm, and I said that he didn't. So I want to apologize. He does have 2 arms. That man was garbage in that game.
That man was about to say thank you. Nah,
Pick 6. We can't end the week without predicting 3 college football games, 3 NFL games. So let's get to it. Oh, and these are the updated standings now. 2 weeks we had pick 5, but that game happened between Baltimore and Pittsburgh, and we all correctly predicted Pittsburgh winning the game, even though for a while there I was a little scared because that backup QB for Baltimore from Penn State, he threw that touchdown to Hollywood Brown. I was like, uh-oh, we have a game. But he wasn't much of a threat. Joe Hayden actually caught a pick 6 on RG3. Look at RG3's face.
Yeah, that was. I don't know what he was thinking on that.
Poor guy.
Do quarterbacks even try to tackle? Like when they throw an interception, they're the last line of defense.
No.
It's always like sloppy, man. It's like
Yeah.
They try to tackle like Cam Newton trying to go for that fumble.
oh man, that was like his only knock for his MVP season, man.
All right, our first game, Louisiana Tech versus my alma mater, UNT, Mean Green. Yeah, I'm picking them. Who'd you pick?
LA Tech.
Yeah, I got LA
Louisiana
Tech.
Tech.
You're canceled, and you're canceled. Kyron?
Well,
Mr. Pick 6.
I'm going with UNT.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. When's the last time LA Tech played a game?
Last week? What do you mean?
They haven't played since
Halloween.
They haven't played since Halloween.
I mean, not last week. Their last game.
Halloween.
Yeah, but he was like, when the last time they played. I thought you meant like when the last time they played like a good game.
Hey, Kyron, can you type this into the Google search engine? UNT versus LA Tech?
Yeah.
LA Tech is 4-3. UNT is 3-4.
Oh,
They lost.
They lost.
They already played.
I didn't even know they played.
I know yeah. So you guys already have one over us.
Dang, I should have looked. I should have been like, wait, hold on.
What? They played today?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
were playing.
they just played. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they were playing while we were preparing for this episode. They won 42-31. I didn't want to say that before I got your picks because I didn't want anyone to say, "Well, no, I picked LA Tech." So,
Well, I just have to let y'all catch up, you know.
yeah, this is supposed to be your bye week anyway, so these games don't count.
That's
They like the team that
crazy.
haven't played, and bro, that is wild.
Bro, UNT is trash, bro.
Hey,
They're coming
They
off their
both
like
trash.
worst.
hey.
Exactly.
Yeah, they are, but one's trasher than the other.
God dang.
Don't go there.
Well,
I mean, you should
All
have
right,
played for them. They probably would have had a better chance.
Hey, we're not gonna talk about your school, ITT Tech.
No, it's the ride.
What's their football record?
Man, I didn't want the ITT
ICBC
Tech.
College. You and Lil Romeo, y'all play on the football team?
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
go.
Percy Miller, your head coach.
He that dude that used to yell at you. What are you doing? Still sitting on the couch? Come on, man.
Man, that reminds me of my middle school football coach, man. He used to be getting on our butts, man. What are you doing?
All right, moving on. Ohio State versus Michigan State. Michigan State beat Northwestern, the team that I'm wearing today. They were ranked number 8. Now they're facing Ohio State. So who do you guys win in this matchup?
You already know my pick.
Who's your pick?
You guys already know, man.
Ohio State. That's who I'm picking. I'm not speaking
You
for
already
you.
know.
I don't know.
You already know.
Right. I said Ohio State for me.
Yeah, Justin Fields, baby.
I got Ohio State too.
See,
Right.
y'all already know, bro. I don't even know why y'all asking, bro.
We didn't. We're talking about ourselves.
Nah, bro. Y'all talking about me. Ohio State, man. Justin Fields, man. I already done told y'all, man. Bad,
And then
man.
this one right here, Aggies, ranked number 5 in the
They're
nation
gonna win the game.
versus Auburn. I don't know why I keep picking Auburn, but
You gonna pick them again and then say Aggies at the
no,
end?
I'm talking about no, I'm not picking them. I'm talking about a game that they play. I don't know why I keep picking the games that they play in. I'm not picking Auburn. I'm picking Aggies. Gig 'em.
Yeah, I got A&M too.
I'm going with Auburn.
Oh, boy, I'm on your
Yep.
head, boy.
Oh,
Boy,
no.
you crazy.
Yep.
I see I'm moving into that number 2 slot soon.
Yeah, you are.
Yep,
I'm,
you are.
I'm moving into that number 1 spot very soon.
What?
Did I miss something? Why does everyone go with A&M?
Did you not miss the last Auburn game? When they just got smoked?
Did you not see A&M beat Florida? Have you not seen them win pretty much every game except for one? Kelly Mond, their QB, and the rest of that team is looking like they can play in the college football playoffs. Did you not see Bo Nix or Bo Nix? He's not the guy.
We gonna see.
You got a point, but I'm still gonna pick the losing team.
It's not like I can change it.
No, you can't.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, so you want to change it?
Hmm?
I'm gonna give you this one opportunity.
I don't know. That's tough, man. Because if Auburn wins this weekend, I get to be on my high horse. That's tough.
Yeah, you know
Well, you
Auburn.
lost your opportunity.
Yep, too late.
NFL G-Men versus the 12th man Seahawks.
This man.
Who you got?
Seahawks
Seahawks.
and Russ.
I
I
already know
trust.
who I got.
Who you got up?
Oh no, just the fact how he said that. He's going with the Giants. He's going with the Giants.
Nah, I'm going with Russ. Russ, baby.
Oh, okay. Because you said that you think the Giants will end the season atop the NFC East.
Yeah, but not this game. Not with this game.
I picked Seahawks too. Eagles versus Packers. I have
Let's
Packers.
go.
Yeah.
Go Pack, go.
Hear me out. The Eagles are in the same conference as the Giants. That's all I'm gonna say.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Right?
I already said I was going with Green Bay.
Oh,
So what was the point of the comment?
Because the conference is cheeks.
This man dropping gems.
Come on now. Somebody.
Hear me out. I'm not going to pick them, but hear me out.
Oh, okay. Wait. This is hear me out. Washington is in the same conference as the Giants. And the Eagles.
Now hear me out. Pittsburgh. Shortened week. Just play Wednesday. You play Monday night. Your schedule keeps changing. Practices keep changing. You didn't play so hot against Baltimore. You had that same performance against Alex Smith, McLaurin, and that defense.
Good defense.
You'll
Makes
lose.
sense.
And I think it's time for them to lose a game because then all that stress
Good point.
goes out. There's no more stress. You don't have to worry about a perfect season. You could just focus on get into the playoffs and then making it to the Super Bowl. I picked Washington to win this game.
Dylan, you stole my pick.
Oh, my bad. I
This is-
should let you go first. My bad.
This is supposed to be my My upset of the week.
I like the point.
Yeah,
What's your point,
I
Albert?
echo that. I echo that same sentiment because we look at the last game with the football team killing the Cowboys, and they actually played pretty decent. And the Steelers can't have that same type of game against the Washington football team and think they're going to still come out with the victory.
Yeah,
So,
we're on point on that
Washington.
defense over there on that side.
I'm just going with Pittsburgh.
Me too.
Even though you got Washington football team colors.
Oh, exact same shade.
Almost a double agent.
This wasn't fun. This is
Well,
for
Jeff
my
falling this week.
drip. I ain't falling nowhere, Albert. Y'all gonna see.
Why
y'all
you doing
gonna
light
learn
skin
today.
look?
You gonna see, boy. You gonna see.
Albert gonna go ahead and take that.
Washington football team gonna take the dub. You gonna see. You gonna keep falling slowly in the standings.
Hey, if Washington wins this game, all credit to them. Yeah, I have a good point, but I still.
You want to make a little wager on this game?
Ooh.
See, that's your problem, Dylan. You always want to gamble.
Albert, would you like to talk about Megan Thee Stallion's first week sales?
The original.
Yes. So, Megan Thee Stallion came in this week with her latest album, Good News. She didn't really come into Good News, even though almost every big music outlet named her Artist of the Year, even though she didn't even produce the numbers or the accolades or anything to receive that award. She came in with the 95,000 this week. The album was decent. She was appealing to her main fan base, so I don't fault her for that, but it wasn't anything for her to have spectacular first week numbers, and that's why those numbers are the way they are, because just listening to it, you're like, yeah, okay, there's a couple of songs. Let's
go.
95,000 bad?
That was it. Like, it was catchy, but again, it's like a song at a time. No replay value. After a year or two, it's just gonna be annoying. So I say this all the time: no replay value. There's a couple songs in there that are decent, but there's nothing to drive around to.
Never know. He had those windows up tightly so sound can't seep out.
Oh man.
And he cranks that volume to the max. And Meg Thee Stallion is playing the whole car ride. Tell me I'm
95,000
lying.
sales is considered bad nowadays?
No, it's not.
It's not considered bad, but you got to remember what, her status. She's not independent, so that 95,000 isn't going to her. She has a whole machine behind her. So for all the promotion and the WAP this year, everything she was featured on, Savage Remix and stuff like that, for her to be the Artist of the Year, like she proclaimed, you don't expect Artist of the Year to get 95,000.
She didn't proclaim. As you said, major music outlets did. Yeah, I mean, for a debut album, 95 is not what you would expect from a major artist that is Artist of the Year. Because name one Lil Baby album that tops Savage, the original song, and it was so huge that Beyonce hopped on the remix, which became another huge hit, and then WAP, and now Body. Thank you for staying silent. And also, speaking of outlets, as Podsters, we're supposed to be a credible news outlet. People get their news from us first before they go to Twitter, CNN, Fox News, anywhere else. And Albert, you're just spewing out false news. She did not sell 95K. Round it up, buddy. She sold 100.5K, 100,500 copies first week. What?
Still low for her projected.
Yeah, but it's not 95. 95 and 100 is a huge difference. And she would have debuted at number 1, but it went to number 2 because BTS, the best group since the Jackson 5, put out an album too.
Whoa.
So now y'all gonna tell me y'all don't bump BTS?
No,
I don't,
only
but
BTS
they go hard.
I know is behind the scenes.
Yeah, and behind the scenes, you bumping BTS when we're not around.
No.
Yeah, BTS go hard though.
See, Jeff, that TV you see right there, he right in front of it. Learn the choreography.
Jeff is incredible.
I don't follow BTS like that.
Speaking of Lil Baby, he tweeted December 3rd, or Dec 3rd, which is today. It's not 11 yet here, 11 Central. Usually that's when music drops in our time zone. So maybe we get
December 4th then?
It's his birthday too.
Is it his birthday? Happy birthday, Lil Baby. Is he not he's not little anymore, right? So we just call him
26 now?
Oh, yeah.
Will he be Lil Baby squared?
Oh my goodness.
I think he just turned 26.
I think he's like a little teenager or something now. Little adult.
Little adolescent. Yeah, he's 26.
Are you guys excited? Are you guys excited for this project if it does come out at midnight?
Yeah.
Who's not excited?
If he drops music tonight, it's gonna be crazy.
Over and under.
300,000 record sales first week.
Boy, you crazy.
Slow down.
This boy is not Lil Uzi.
Slow down now.
All right, 250.
No.
Okay. I can see him topping what he did last time. It depends on what he put out.
I was about to ask over and under 100 and
over.
Well,
way over.
101,000.
Yeah,
over.
Way over. Easy.
Yeah, he's dropping at least 150.
Straight heat.
We'll see.
Artist of the year. He's gonna close out 2020. They're gonna have to say him an award.
Facts. They're gonna take Meg to stay him back off those covers. Like,
see, I don't know how long y'all been listening to Lil Baby, but I've been listening to Lil Baby since he dropped his first album. His first song, he dropped Options. This man, every album that he, every album he drops, he just improves. He gets better and better.
True.
My Turn was legit.
Was his turn?
It's my turn.
It was his turn. I'm expecting big things with this upcoming album.
Oh,
the best project of 2020, No Ceilings 3. Let's talk about it.
That's not.
Albert, you said it was trash. Hey, wait. Those tattoos, those are the same tattoos I had for the Lil Wayne 50 Cent battle.
Looks like a bandana.
And you would put none of those songs on that verses.
Oh, yes, V8. I'm starting off with V8. However it starts at that Lil Baby beat.
That was a V8. Boy, you need to turn that one back in.
Let me tell y'all something about this album.
The mixtape.
Y'all ever, whatever, mixtape. It's all the same nowadays.
Sure.
Y'all ever heard the saying, raise the roof?
Yep.
Well, I blew my ceiling off with that
Yes,
album.
let's go.
Let's go.
He divorced the top.
That mixtape was fire.
The first half was fire. And to be honest,
me too.
this is the first half because this is only the A side. B side is coming out soon.
What?
He's dope.
It says it. This is only the A side.
Bro, there was 22 songs. It was too many.
22. I didn't see that many.
Only 20.
Yes. It was 20, whatever. Too long.
First half was was pretty good.
Albert, how far did you get on this mixtape?
So I actually listened to all 20. I listened to it 3 times.
Perfect.
The first time I only made it to the 5th song. I was like, bro, I need to turn it off.
And then you
Then
heard
I
Juicy
listened to
J's, and then you were like, let me go back to Wayne's.
Yeah, I went back to it. I listened to it, and then I picked up a couple songs that I like. I like Dragon. I like Lamar, and I like the song with Cam and featuring young Cam Carter. I think those are good.
I know why you like Dragon.
No, I didn't get to
Goat
hear the
is on
whole
there.
album. I got robbed.
Gutter. Let's go.
Jeff, you said
Grocery bag.
You went harder than that on there. Oh my god.
All right,
Oh,
what?
first,
I got robbed.
I missed a couple songs. Yeah,
first
I missed.
track V8. Smash.
I like V8.
BB King freestyle. Trash. Lamar. Trash.
No,
I didn't care for
That
Lamar.
was pretty good.
Lamar's pretty good.
For the Night. Smash.
I like For the Night.
Something different.
Fire.
I wish I heard
All right.
something different.
Oh,
Life is Good. The second half of that song was great.
oh yeah.
The second half was actually good,
Told you. Better than Future.
but overall, no, it wasn't better than Future. No, he wasn't even really flowing with that beat. The
He
way
didn't need
Future
to.
was.
The beat flows with him. Peggy Bundy, I don't know what that means, but that song went hard.
What?
Out West was terrible. Young Thug.
Hello,
wrote-
Peggy
What?
Bundy
I like Out West.
Who's
Young
Peggy
Thug
Bundy?
is-
from the show with Al Bundy.
Oh,
That was his wife.
I never watched
She had the red
Married
hair.
with Children.
Yeah, Married with Children.
I mean, I watched a little bit, but the intro always scared me at the end, where it just came out of nowhere. Out West was terrible. Jeff? Did you say something about that?
Yeah, I liked it.
Oh my God,
See,
that was
this how I
terrible
know
for
y'all-
my ears.
this how I know y'all music picks are horrible. Because he said it was horrible. Jeff like, I loved it.
I
It was
did. I liked
it was bad.
I
Right,
did not
Connor?
like that song. Yep.
No,
It was bad.
it was like
Young
5
Thug
songs
did
in
Out
one.
West.
But you,
I like it.
Church, didn't care for it. Now, Kame de Garçons,
Fire.
that was fire. Deep
He killed
In,
them Pop Smoke beats.
didn't like it because all he kept saying was Deep In the whole time.
Yeah, I skipped that song.
Dragon,
Dylan's up to like 3 songs that he actually likes on this mixtape.
hey, it's no ceilings 3.
it was better than the Carter 5.
Yeah, that's true.
We can keep going, but let's just get into the kids songs.
Trash.
Honestly,
Uh,
I skipped all of them.
Bro,
It-
Cam
it-
featuring young Cam Carter was cold.
Which
no,
one?
it was not.
I didn't
Cam
like it,
featuring
bro.
young Cam Carter. He's like my daddy from New Orleans, my mama from LA, Lauren London, and his stepdaddy was Nip. Come on now.
Not about to listen to no kid.
So because of that one line, that song was good.
No, you gotta listen to the actual song. I think it was pretty
I heard
good.
the song. I couldn't even get through his voice. I was horrible.
Exactly. I could.
What you got through Lil Wayne? Lil Wayne sound like he's like on helium the whole time. What you mean?
Bro, it's Lil Wayne, bro. The greatest rapper alive.
Yeah, it sounded good when you were younger, but now you're like, bro, why are you still rapping like this?
I mean,
It still sound good.
is he
It's
going
a
to get
bop.
bass in his voice now?
It's
What do
a
you mean?
bop, man.
He
I
don't
was over
talk
here
like
doing
that.
that Pop Smoke dance, boy.
What is that?
I'm a woo now after hearing this stuff.
Man.
Oh my God.
Like Ric Flair.
In love with the woo.
Anyway,
Yeah, that camp song was horrible.
it was a solid project. I thought the first 2 kids were all right, but I'm not gonna
What-
judge kids. They did
what's the other
better than I
song?
would do in the studio.
Exactly.
Facts.
Nah, the one with the little tune.
When the men on my plane,
Oh my god. The one with little tune, he was actually flowing on that.
Yeah, he was.
I like that one.
it was solid. Like Kyron said, this was better than the Carter 5 for sure.
Yeah, it was solid, but I don't know. I liked it. Hearing
could
it
have
on my
been.
speaker, I was bopping, man.
It could have been 10 tracks.
Yes.
Yeah, it shouldn't have
10
happened.
tracks. It would have been solid. That's a wrap for episode
DJ
24.
Khaled.
That's a wrap for episode 24. Before we sign off, you already know. We need you to do 3 things.
Only 3.
Trace.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Pod Ties. The subscription is free. You don't have to pay anything. Just click the button, your little cursor, move it right there where the subscription button is. Click it once, and you're subscribed.
Facts.
No money. You're just helping us. So we're in the YouTube algorithm, and we're in other people's homes, so they can join the ties. So we want to have you subscribe, so then we're suggested to other people. So help us out, please. Number 2, smash the like button. Give us a thumbs up. And that notification bell. We need you to destroy it. Listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and much more. We're global, yeah. Worldwide.
Well, like Lil Baby said, we global now.
And Amazon, what is it? Amazon Music, you said? Yep. That's the
It's
much
our
more.
turn.
Also
Make sure you
with
social
Amazon Music, we're also on iHeartRadio. Yeah.
iHeartRadio.
This
We're
man
also
pointed to
in
his
your
nipple.
hearts.
Share and comment as well. Share with strangers, loved ones. And comment after each episode. We would love to know what you think about the topics that we discuss, and also future topics that you would like us to touch on. Now, that's it for Pod Ties. We'll catch you next time. Stay safe. Peace, Podsters.
Peace.
And we out.
Keep them ties strong.
Never lost.